folks on that damn corn. What that shit is? Everclear, yeah.
You fuck them folks up. They
Man.
still drunk now.
Right, man. I'm talking, man, had girls
Seeing what type of
calling
dude
each other
you
down and everything.
You really low down on that.
Calling each other doing stuff that they ain't know that shit.
Shit like that, corn whiskey, that's how I had Cody fuck with that corn whiskey. I said, fuck, I never drink this shit again.
For real.
I don't even eat corn no more.
I don't eat corn no more, man.
Corn chips.
Corn dog. Corn flake. Shit. Hell no.
Damn. Alright, so today's podcast. Oh shit, let me go back.
Kicking that jump off the
Well, nah, we gonna do that after. Alright, so
Yeah, he won the track jump. He the one made part of my shit.
Okay.
I thought y'all already brought
But I told him. I told him, but like all my new material.
yeah.
Okay. So your name again, bro? Track jumper. Okay. I heard you say track. I thought you just said track when I came in.
I hear track jumper.
Okay, yeah, that shit's like, yeah.
This that fly shit, this that high shit, this that tattoo on her booty and her inner thigh shit. This that full of Remy waking up next to my side chick. This that on a nigga ass and don't ask me why shit. This that inner demon.
The artist.
That's why we
you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You know.
We taking it like YC DJ Mustard approach. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I feel like a lot of producers they got banging sound, but they don't get their credit. You know what I'm saying?
You want one of these?
We already rolled. We already rolled.
Yeah, we rolling, man.
Yeah.
I should have said no, so they, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, look. No, we ain't rolling. Look. We ain't rolling.
So today we got on the podcast, we got Set Freekshow. You got the song Pop My Shit, and you got a new song, you got
Pay My Dues. It ain't dropped officially. We're gonna drop it this Friday.
This Friday?
Yeah, this Friday.
Okay, cool. Tell you what, while we doing that, I got one more tweak I gotta do. If I don't do this, the whole show might be.
Take it as you mean.
I need to see this shit playing. Record now. Cause I got the mic hooked up to your phone.
The North Memphis, you help me. Freekshow.
Now, man.
Freekshow.
Now, man.
You know, I ain't from now. I ain't from now. I'm from North Mississippi. Like, for real. North Memphis, you know what I'm saying? Still in the street like a straight dog. Free to set, freak show. Find me at Freekshow 901.
I'm trying to have
Mother's Day weekend. And not only coming up Mother's Day weekend, me and Seth, we got something in common. Our sons are best friends.
Right.
Best friends.
Yeah, you tell me about that.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Our son and mom's best friend too.
Damn.
Yeah.
He said, damn. The relationships were Hey, look.
So yeah, but our Mother's Day to our mothers, and happy Mother's Day to our mothers.
Right.
Yeah, and our mothers. Your mom over there?
No.
Oh, God. Ruin this figure, oh, God. Look at this. Nigga, you got it right.
So with it being Mother's Day, we have a Mother's Day special with Freekshow. So we want to talk about, first of all, we want to talk about the new track. Is it an album?
It's a single release.
It's a single, but we got the album on the way too though.
Okay. So everybody, welcome to Artshows and Expos. This is a edited session, so man, do you think? Cause we ain't going live yet.
Okay.
We get everything down there. Yeah. So all right. So we want to talk about Mother's Day first of all,
right?
Because it's Mother's Day special. Like I said, I want to ask you something about mamas. We used to talk about all the time, like, man, what if you said this to your mama? Somebody slap the shit at you. Hey, what do you say to make your mom slap? What have you done to make your mom slap shit at you?
Mama, let me have the last squeak of that drink on your coat.
Damn. She hard on
She
you.
done kept them up in the freezer 3 days, but get froze. She want to get that last drink. You know, that's like where I'm come from. Like like the last piece of drink put in the freezer, they want to be frozen, like so they can just, you know what I'm saying? Eat.
Yeah.
No, not some shit. I don't know. You better not drink that motherfucker though.
Yeah.
Your ass will be dead.
Man, I remember one time my mom whooped my ass. I made a mistake and hit her. I wasn't trying to hit her like I was like she was whooping, you know, like trying to move my hand like that. I hit her.
Yeah.
Boy, hit me, she went to
Murder
overdrive
V.
on my
Murder V coming up out of him right now.
Mama.
Murder. I'm sorry, Mom. God damn.
That's what it is.
Damn, dog.
Sorry.
Trey Jumper, what about you, bro?
What about Mother's Day?
Yeah, what is something that you done to make your mama give you that attitude, like either slap the shit out of you or she gonna slap the shit out of you?
Probably just doing dumb shit or just might just be saying something you don't need to say at the time.
Yeah.
Type shit. I might slip and cuss. Like it might be you know how you say dang, you say damn.
Damn.
And she'll be like, damn, did you say damn? I'm like, nah, I said dang. So
Yeah.
that type of shit my mom don't play about.
Yeah.
Cousin,
Man,
I don't care
and
how
see, like, my whole situation is similar to that.
Yeah.
I remember when R. Kelly was popping, and he had this joint, he was like, sitting here looking in the mirror,
saying damn.
saying damn to myself. Now, mind you, bro, I'm 29 now.
Yeah.
At the time that song came out, bro, I had to be about like 8.
Yeah.
So I thought he was saying, sitting here looking in the mirror, saying down to myself. No, I said that shit, man, my mama slapped the shit out of me, bro.
From the back, snap.
From the back, I'm looking in the mirror, cause like, you know, music is, I be listening to music, you know, like shit, just really getting in tune with the music, you know. And I'm sitting there, and I think she was like, putting clothes in the drawer or something like that. And I'm singing this. R. Kelly, you know how moms used to have the music going and shit like that. And I blame her. I really blame her.
She
Like,
playing.
you playing this shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, like, hey.
Nigga know the words.
I don't know what the first word is. I thought he said damn. I didn't know he said damn. Goddamn this shit. But when she slapped me from the back, you know what I'm saying? All I can say was damn. So that's what he said. Damn to myself. Hey, look, man, like, bro.
Damn, that's so crazy. She
I
ain't
got
trying
the
shit like
little
that.
imprint behind my ear because she got
I
me
got
right
catch
up
up my
there.
goddamn house.
Catch up in your hair.
Oh, man.
No.
No, maybe nigga for real.
Man, so man, speaking of North Memphis, speaking of Memphis all together, man. So the word around in social media and everything that Memphis artists are the hardest artists going out now. Charlamagne the God said that. He said Memphis artists are the hardest artists.
Yes,
That's
sir.
right,
But
man.
I appreciate him saying it, but I always feel like that, like from the get go. It's like now, times a little different. You know what I'm saying? Cause it's like really, this how they go about it. Like who the hardest artist? Like Atlanta always been the city to go to and shit like that. So they gonna consider them the hardest artist. You know what I'm saying? And what they were doing, but I always feel like that.
Yeah.
Cause you know, and think about this too. A lot of artists that was hard for me, they didn't get signed, but they were jamming. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, a lot of them.
A lot of them, I can name a shitload of them, but they didn't get signed. But it's on the business, getting Hollywood too quick. You got a lot of them do that. They get a little song buzz and they feel like they made it. Man, you got a lot more work to do. That was the hard part of them. So
Another thing too as well, it's like, you know what I'm saying, you look at a lot of cities and shit like that, you got a certain sound that just got old. You know what I'm saying?
Bingo.
You think about like shit, Atlanta sound old now. It's like what's next? What sound coming next? So when you got Memphis artists coming around, we've been around, but then again you gotta think about who been behind the scene of a lot of these people that been out.
right.
Really on the producer side. Like you see back look at producers, you probably say the last 20, 30 years, a lot of Memphis, now 50, 60 years, if you want
Memphis
to
producers have been behind it.
behind the scene, like shit, you go to State Museum, all them big time folk wearing the plaques and shit like that that were coming out here to get awards.
Even like
You go to 360,
right.
you know what I'm saying? A lot of folks that were coming from Texas, coming down here getting production. And then you zone it all up just 10 years from that. You got Drummer Boy, 10 years
Jazz,
straight.
you got drama, jazz and faith. People don't know this.
Yeah, Jazz and Faith.
People don't know this. Like real talk. Shawty Red. I'm pretty sure he from Memphis.
Yeah.
I had a conversation with him like years ago. Like I think he went to Trib, if I'm mistaken, where he talk. Like a lot of these producers, they just move. People be thinking they from these places, but they be from.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Even Carlos Brody, he from Memphis, but he was a big producer for Bad Boy, bro.
Okay.
He produced a lot of shit for Notorious B.I.G.
So it's like we were talking about earlier about that 50%.
Yeah.
Like to the point you got the artists, but the other half ain't doing what they need to do. Like, they don't make nothing. So we always been here. It's just more so on the artist standpoint now. You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at it, more so the artist standpoint. And now you got a chain of producers. Like the producers been here. Now I ain't got to leave the city to get the right artists to go hard on that shit.
Bingo.
Real talk.
I definitely feel like nowadays producers are getting more respect than ever now. You know what I'm saying?
They had to fight for it.
Like, they did have to fight for that. And it's also making it easier for up and coming producers.
Yeah.
You know? And that's even like that's really like, I don't want to say like a warning sign to artists, but like, some of the artists, they so used to just throwing up anything. You got to come with your shit together now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because you got these high level producers, and even the lower level producers, they producing at a high
level
quality. You know what I'm saying?
So
So don't come up in here with that. Don't come up in here half step.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel you.
Now, when it comes to like Memphis artists being the hottest artists out, I think when you say hottest, it's a couple other terms that go into that. So I think it has to do with consistency.
Right.
Big part of
Quality. That's where the producer to artist relationship comes in.
Marketable.
Yeah, you got to be marketable.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So like, you being like, Memphis, like you said, Memphis sound is popping right now. It's popping right now. But I look at it as a trend. Trends do change. Not taking nothing from no Memphis artist. Because like I said, they popping for a reason.
Yeah.
Right.
But like, as an artist, wherever you from, when the times change, can you adapt?
Can you adapt? Bingo.
Not change as a person, but can you adapt? Because you have to look at all the guys that's still in the game. They either adapt or they create their own lane.
Right.
And that's the easiest way to. It's the hardest way, but it's the easiest way to like stay relevant. Is to create your own lane.
Right.
So like, I really don't look at you as a Memphis artist. You know what I'm saying? You got a whole different vibe about you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You got a whole different vibe about you. So I don't want you to just classify yourself or just box yourself into that. But I do respect your opinion.
Right.
As far as Memphis artists go. So like, who's the, you could ask me like, oh man, they saying that word around town, the hottest artist out there in Memphis. I mean, it depends on how you look at it.
Bingo.
It depends on where you from and how you look at it.
Right.
So, I can't really say yay or nay to that.
Right.
But
I agree. I agree with you.
I do know we have a lot of Memphis artists out right now that's doing their thing. Shout out to Mississippi. We've been big supporters of Memphis for the longest.
Shitload of years. I'm telling you.
Even when we don't support each other, we support Memphis. You know what I'm saying? But that's neither here nor there. But that's my thoughts.
The good thing about it is it's a lot of Memphis rappers popping. I like it because ain't always been like this. It used to always be like one at a time. Okay, it's his turn. Everybody's gonna be on the back burner. You see on that now, you got social media and these other platforms. They showing the kids, they learn how to show this shit. You know what I'm saying? You got more than one person popping for the city, and I liked it because, like I say, at one time, it's like you had Project Peck was the hottest thing. Right. Then you had Fly. You had God, he running. You know what I'm saying? Now is where you keep all of us pop. All of us pop. You know what I'm saying? Even though he might be a bigger artist, but it's a shitload of us still doing that, making that. They making their own lane. You know what I'm saying? Making consistent money and taking a lot of young niggas out the streets that were doing some shit they probably get 100 years doing. You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at it. I might not like all their music, but I'm glad they doing something. You know what I'm saying? Right. Yeah. Even though they might be talking about shooting them AK-97s in them goddamn songs, but it's still art, it's entertainment. A lot of people take this shit, man, they do talking about kidding, you understand, man? It's the entertainment bid. You don't go to the movie talking about them man shooting all them goddamn girls in the movie.
Right, you're right.
You know what I'm saying? To me, you know, some other people they take it different. They just be getting entertained. They don't bother.
I definitely feel that.
Right.
Yeah, I feel as, you know, being an artist myself, you know, like, I mean, you know, who are you to tell this particular individual what he can and cannot speak about?
Right, bingo.
If this is what he lived, if he living his truth, you know what I'm saying? This is what he been through, regardless if it was 10 years ago or
this what he
just yesterday.
Right.
You know, man, let that man pop this shit, man.
Fuck
You know, sit your ass down and let him pop this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For real, bro. You know, like, man, I really don't feed into the that nigga ain't rapping what he be talking about
This
shit, bro. I
no,
hate that
if
shit.
this
bro.
shit jamming,
Yeah.
come on, they were talking about no Ross when he was
Yeah.
what do you call that?
Sorry,
Attorney.
Ross.
I was like, you see, a lot of people don't know that. I know that too. I was saying, okay, if he did do that, at that time he needed a job, he got kids and shit.
Yeah.
Okay, so then what? I said, do you like his music? But he ain't. I said, you worry about the wrong shit. This shit's
Steve Harvey, he
jamming.
was saying though, I mean, like you was talking about with our own people, like, shoot, we the only culture that gotta carry the whole culture on our back.
Right.
Like, shoot, he was saying, he was like, man, you don't see no Brad Pitt out there talking about, they talking about Brad Pitt, their hero and shit like that. Like, when one of us mess up, all of us attack one person. Like, we can't even just stand on our own even for a second, cause we at each other's throat. Anytime we mess up, we ready to get rid of each other.
On top.
Man, shoot.
One mistake.
Man, that one of the white folks mess up, man. Shit, they messed up. They gonna get back to what they were doing. Ain't nobody judging them. Ain't nobody.
It's okay, buddy.
Don't worry about it, buddy. Go ahead. And you gotta understand that because, like,
it wasn't nothing but a little coke, buddy.
you know what I'm saying? You gotta understand, like, we don't get the opportunities or the breaks that white people get, especially us being black men and women in the entertainment business.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
One fuck up, that's all they want.
Yeah, there's something right there, bro. You know what I'm saying? I try to do it
Can you let me
smooth.
know if the camera stop recording?
I can see it though.
Okay.
But yeah, being black men and women in the entertainment business, that's what you know. And then they will say that, oh, you know, all black people can do is you know, entertain. But that's one of the hardest business to get in and survive and thrive in. You know?
That's why I salute motherfuckers like
Yeah.
my side, like Gotti,
Yeah.
Juicy J, what was I gonna say? No, just people that have longevity. Like, it's hard to keep entertaining people to make them wanna like your shit, and not only that, buy your shit.
Right. Language term is hard to get on and stay on.
It's a lot
You know what I'm
of
saying?
it's a lot of artists that I'm still fans of to this day, and I just bring their name up. Man, I want to hear this shit, that old shit, but you was a big fan of these folks. You don't got no rock stars.
What chain?
You still like, man, I don't want to hear that, man. It ain't like how it used to be. Don't nobody rap like they used to be.
Nah.
Go back to JC old shit.
Yeah.
Gotti old shit. Ross them up. You gotta
That's what I'm talking about. Adaptation. You see how man, Nas, Jay-Z, they still dropping music and that shit still topping the charts because those guys can adapt. It's that longevity you was talking about.
Too short, E40.
Yeah, they still dropping.
Yeah.
It's like Kendrick Lamar said on the album, I tell you, listen to Pimp Butterfly.
Right.
When the shit hit the fan, are you still a fan?
Yeah.
When the shit hit the fan, are you still a fan?
The thing is though, you know, and you know, this I feel like this can be talked about and it should be talked about amongst black men and women and anybody who has an opinion about it. You know, like, I really don't care. Black people, we're trendsetters and trend followers.
Bingo.
Simple as that.
Simple as no in between.
Trendsetters and trend followers. You have the, like we was talking about, the 1%ers.
Yeah.
Those are the trendsetters. Then you got the rest of us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We the trend followers. And we got the most opinions, but we're not producing shit. You know what I'm saying? We not making anything. Okay, you got an opinion about that, about this man's music. So the same opinion you have, take that and turn it into a real idea and manifest it into reality.
Bingo.
Now you don't have to have an opinion about his shit. Now you're a producer. Now you're in the 1%, and now other people can have opinions about you. Therefore, now you're a trendsetter instead of a trend follower.
Right. Bingo.
You know.
I think more so that folks need to start, like, we need to capitalize on ownership on shit like that.
Yeah.
Like, we need to really kind of segmentate ourselves on who for shit and who ain't.
Yeah.
What I mean about that is, you got some guys just, like, just say if you just organize as, like, on an army type, you got your street guys, that, man, you a street guy, you sell the dope better than anybody. When you got your shooter, you need to just be a shooter. You can't be over here selling dope like this person. You got your educators. You got your person that's a teacher. That's how a teacher, you need to make sure they fund it properly. You got your worker. He can't do nothing but work. So we done went so far from it, like just in our society now, it's to a point like shit. I can't, you know what I'm saying, do nothing without a person feeling as if I'm wrong for doing it. And my point of saying what I'm saying is, it's like to the point like me producing, I can't produce and be, I kind of like my train of thought.
Yeah.
But my whole point of saying is everybody got to play their position. We got to allow people to do it, you know, without making them feel as if they're wrong for doing it or you supposed to be this way. And I get so tired of people thinking the white way is the right way.
Yeah.
And it's to the point like, man, if I move to this neighborhood, I'm doing good.
Yeah.
Shit, you just gave up this land over here that the white folks saying that they can reproduce and make worth more for $1,000. You just paid $500,000 for this house out here.
Yeah.
Just to say I did it though. You know what I'm saying?
My whole thing,
we don't
though,
refurbish what we have.
We don't though. It's like when you say refurbish, I know what you mean. You mean like back what we already standing on, or like invest in what we already around.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like with a team, you know, because the whole entire black race, I don't know how we got to this point, but the whole entire black race is like a team.
Right.
Yeah.
And you have team members and you have team players.
Right.
It's a difference. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like those guys or people, whatever you want to say, who are just there, just present with their opinions. They are people who just present. I always come with their goddamn big ass bag of opinions. I don't know why.
Them the team
members. You know what I'm saying? But people who are really active in the community, you can be a dope boy. I don't care what you, I don't have no, like, you know what I'm saying? I've never been the type of person to judge nobody. You know, if you a dope boy, if you a dope fiend, if you trying to do something in your community, or you trying to do something for our race or for a bigger cause, just a cause bigger than yourself, you know, that's a team player. Right. That's a person who actually trying to step out on their own and get the job done. And see, one thing about black people, we was talking about the reference to Steve Harvey and like how black people, we can't make mistakes like white people can. You gotta understand that, like, we've been taught that mentality that, you know, we have to believe the way they want us to believe. Right. So when a black person does, black man, black woman, what have you, when a black person does step out of their comfort zone to try to stretch and become something better, they naked out there.
Right.
Yeah.
They naked out there.
And not only that too, even though when you just said you do make a mistake, and you progress and you don't get past it, they always bring that mistake you made up. Just like Mike Vick. Every year it's never fair. They might say something about Mike Vick. Yeah, even though, you know, he made it past his. Why you gotta keep bringing this shit up?
Any accomplishment that he makes is gonna be belittled by the fuck up that he years ago.
Early, man,
you know what I'm saying?
He man done it with, man, this shit was early. Y'all didn't say he broke it. He broke the bank twice.
Yeah.
You forgot about that part. Fuck that mistake. You know what I'm saying? But they always bring it up.
Yeah, he saved 3 kids from a burning building, but he did.
But they don't say what my boy name.
Fight those dogs. You know what I'm saying? About 10 years ago, you remember that?
What that? What my boy name? Quarterback of Pittsburgh. They ain't gonna say, he tried to rape two women. They don't say shit like that. You know what I'm saying? But it's just, I think more so on the black people, I think we need to like. I don't like to tell where just stick together, you know what I'm saying? But like, man, mind your own goddamn business. Like for real, like mind your business. Like I got partner they love cars. Like if you just say if I got a Mustang or something, like, you know, I might get the plain junk. I might get the V6 junk. That's probably what he wanted, what he could afford. You know what I'm saying? But they just, and the motherfuckers be saying this shit, ain't got shit.
But big ass bag of opinion.
I'm talking about group motherfuckers ain't got shit.
Well, your Mustang ain't shit.
She got a bust
That
down.
goddamn big ass bag of opinion, goddamn shit.
But you know, it take like they say that 1%. And we need more of them. You know what I'm saying? We need more than 1%. You know what I'm saying? Like I learned, man, they got mind their business and keep at it, man. Come up gonna have opinions and it'll fuck you up if you worry about what they saying. Yeah. Cause you'll be wanting to do some shit and you hear somebody, man, like make you don't want to do it no more. And you probably missed out on opportunity, something you could have really, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Benefit off of it. You know what I'm saying? So I stopped this shit. I don't give a fuck about no like it, like with music. You know what I'm saying? We be in the studio. If we like it, bam, we putting it out. We ain't even worry about no more. Man, you should have did that. You could. Man, ask you a question before you get back to him.
Yeah.
Well, what's one artist that inspired you to do music?
One artist that inspired me to do music.
From your childhood to now.
From my childhood to now. Okay. Well, one of my favorite artists was always David Ruffin. You know, like I just gotta be honest about that. You know, I like the way, you know, not only that, you know, cause the Temptations, they was cool.
Yeah,
but they wasn't David Ruffin, bro. Like, you know, even when he said that, I feel like he was an asshole for saying it.
But he was right.
Yeah. You know, and if you look into the careers of every Temptations and the Temptations as a whole,
stand out.
David Ruffin had the longest career.
Yeah, he had the longest.
Even though
he had the longest career.
Yeah, he did.
You ain't lying.
When we talk about longevity,
we ain't talking about just the Temptations.
Man, come on, man. You know, like, bro, no disrespect to Otis or Eddie Kendricks or Paul Williams, none of them guys. You know, like, but Never Change by Jay-Z was not sampled from them.
Nah,
it was David Ruffin Common Man. Like, bro,
Eddie was right behind him.
He was right behind him, but he wasn't David.
Nah, he wasn't David.
You know what I'm saying? He had his own lane. True enough, he had his own lane. Not taking nothing from him, but like, just because I grew up in Mississippi, and you know, I don't do what they call rap. I'm a vibe artist. So basically, what I do is I create vibes. So I listen to, like, you know, the first genre of music I ever listened to was not rap. It was soul. You know, I had a grandmother who was well over 60, and she grew up in the doo-wop era. And so, like, I was listening to shit like I think they call it Turners or something like that, and you know, shit, all type of David Ruffin, shit, Ray Charles. I'm talking about, like, man, they had this little group called the Blues Brothers and shit like that. Man, I was in love with that shit. And I take that and I put it into my music. And if you don't know music, you ain't gonna get it, but you gonna get that little taste and you'll be like, damn, what is this? Man, I like this shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? I like this shit. And, you know, like, I'm not even looking for you to like it or not.
Right. It's for who it's for.
It's for who it's for. I'm creating a vibe, and like, if you can vibe with it, and sit your ass down.
That was a white boy, wasn't it?
That's the movie.
That's the movie.
Oh, okay.
But like, the movie is old though. Like, so like, I think the first movie came out in like either the 70s or something like that. Okay. And they actually was doing all they was doing other people's songs.
Right. I know on the movie because they had Aretha Franklin on the movie. Like, I was all inspired since I was little by the movie because I grew up in a house that's full of gospel, so I couldn't watch hardly nothing. So
really?
Yeah, I couldn't, man. Get in trouble. Find out on BET, I had to go out being a man, be yelling at nighttime.
Somehow.
That's the black dude.
You gonna wake your ass up, man.
I promise.
Man, TV get, I don't know why. At that time, like, the TV get loud in the motherfucker.
Now I like to reverse that and ask you the same question. Who was one of the artists that inspired your musical take on things?
And not just because you said that. David Ruffin is one of them.
Right. I see how you got the shirt bust open and shit like that. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, sexy motherfucker.
Yeah. David, what? David, what?
But now, for real, like, I get inspired. Like, don't get me wrong, I get inspired from, you know, rap. But I get more inspired when I hear music that when I was a child, I used to listen to. Yeah. Bob Womack my favorite.
Man, what? Man,
what?
That's my dog, bro.
That's my nigga.
That's my dog, bro.
Way, how he just paint the picture
Yeah.
so raw. Like, nigga talk 30 minutes, then he'll, you know what I'm saying? Then David Ruffin, Willie Hutch.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This is why I get my damn. You got Lamont Dozier.
That's flavor, bro. That's flavor right there. You know what I'm saying?
And Marvin Gaye. Them my
Okay.
top. So
Yeah.
like I ain't gonna lie, there been times I did my lowest.
Yeah.
I play them. I get back in the groove. It might don't be, it be gradually. It might be right instantly, but that's where I get my inspiration from.
Yeah.
Now with rap, where I get my inspiration from is these my top artists: Wayne, Jeezy, Juvenile, Master P, and Scarface.
And that's your Mount Rushmore. That's the
Well, it's one more the person that made me
Okay.
start rapping, Eazy-E.
Right, okay.
And it was so more on him, not just his rap, it was just his demeanor. Why you think I wear like, dog, like I can't, the man fucked me up.
Yeah.
My mom used to say, man, take them motherfucking shades. I'm
Yeah.
just going to kindergarten. I'm Eazy-E. It was his demeanor. You know what I'm saying? He ain't had to say much. He's just the way he moved. He wasn't the best rapper, but when he say something, he's like, that's easy.
Yeah,
you know
the
what
whole
I'm saying?
weight.
Right.
Yeah.
I think Eazy wasn't no rapper at first, nowhere.
Nah, he was actually the sponsor.
But he had the look.
Yeah.
I didn't know that till I watched the movie. I
Which
thought
I
Eazy was like, I thought he was a rapper. I mean, I knew the whole story about how everything went down, but I didn't know like the gist on Eazy, like how he started and everything.
Yeah.
It was, so.
The Punch In came, so he probably was the creator of the Punch In.
Yeah.
Cause shit, that's what they doing now.
Cause like,
And I think it was only because some Q was writing his lyrics.
and the shit he was
So
talking
he
about.
had to punch in. But I don't take away from anybody who does the punch in and shit.
No, I don't
Because
Because
you still gotta deliver it.
you see what I'm saying, man? Because if you go back and listen to all the tracks, you had guys who were good rappers like Pac. But even Pac had to do 1 or 2 takes.
Yeah.
But
Everybody can't do that.
everybody can't do that. You know what I'm saying? So like, that's when you got the punch in. I just rap this bar right here, then I come in with the next 4 bars.
Yeah.
Then I come back, or some people even go bar for bar. Some people
Yeah.
go bar for bar, and if you can,
Now like Don Tripp.
Yeah.
Going perfect.
yeah,
Now I seen Don Tripp do some shit. I was like, man, that nigga amazing, man. He one of the most underrated artists from Memphis that I feel like Don Tripp, cause he can he'll rap and it sounds just like him. You know, like I'm talking about when he perform and shit, but he'll go straight through.
yeah,
And it sounds just like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I can do it too, but like this, to me, studio is a lab.
Yeah.
So I'm working.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to make it perfect, but it gonna be accurate. So what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So there was these edit buttons for all
Right.
that shit. So if I fuck up, sometimes I might keep going. You might don't even know I fucked up.
Yeah.
Or you
But
gonna
you
know
know.
if I already know I fucked up, if I tell you,
You're right,
you know what I'm saying? So it's a lab. You know what I'm
I
saying?
just feel like you have your heart in the way you fuck up or not. Like
Yeah.
shit. I mean, that's what people they thriving off your energy and everything.
Right.
So,
Damn shit.
stop.
No worries. Talk about shit.
Yeah, I mean, shit, that's like me with art. I mean, as y'all notice, I mean, it's most about music, because y'all musicians and everything. I ain't chiming in that much about it, because I mean, I'm a visual artist and everything.
Right.
So I mean,
Still an artist.
Right.
Yeah, so when it comes to music, so that's why I'm surrounding everything with creativity, just different types of creativity. So my perspective of my lane of creativity, and we combine it and everything. So that's what it's all about. So.
But like I always tell you, like, man, all of that shit play off each other. Because when you put those words together, it creates something in your head. I think every musical artist,
the vision is
they have that same every time you rap or sing or manifest any kind of idea, and it come out your mouth, it be a vision in your eyes.
I already had a video in my head when
See
I'm
what I'm
making
saying?
it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Even like when I heard Juvenile shit, I be reciting this shit. I vision this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you talking about New Orleans, I be thinking I'm visioning I'm there. You know what I'm saying? You gonna always, if you really love music, you know what I'm saying? You gonna think you doing this shit or seeing this shit.
See, it's the same way for me with Big. You know, Big and Rick Ross, Kevin Gates as well. You know, that's my whole little Mount Rushmore. Big, Rick Ross, Kevin Gates, Drake, and Kendrick Lamar. So that's my whole. It's real. My whole little shit real edgy. But like, you know,
that's a solid. Solid. And this show.
Right. That's my shit. That's what I like. You know what I'm saying? But those guys, they can paint a picture so vividly that it makes the listener see the vision. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, you know, And like, it's no different from when V do these pains and shit like that. And then I be like, man, bro, that shit so dope, bro. And then I'm going home writing, and the whole time I'm thinking about his pain.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? This is what it made. This what it manifested in me, and now it's coming out as words. You know, it's really it. The only difference is the way the way it's put out,
delivered.
The way it's delivered. Appreciate
like
it. The way it's delivered.
We use our mouth, you know, to make y'all listening kind of visual. He used his hands,
right,
to make us see it. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes you look at a painting, you would think of music.
Yeah, that's what I'm just saying.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, me also being a musician from back in the day, how you tell, I used to rap all the time.
You told that shit fucked me up.
Go give us a little taste of that shit.
That man just not telling me this shit. We I said, man, he said, yeah. I said, you ain't never told me that. I'm telling you now.
I always been in my artwork because I had to drop, like, do something. I was doing too much. Along with the graphic design and the paint, teaching art, designing clothes, and then I'm out doing promotion. I'm like, I'm trying to hold me. I stopped doing when I had met my homeboy, may you rest in peace, Big Stacy. That's when I had backed off. I had met him and my cousin, his name Lil D. They both had died. My cousin didn't. He had just signed with this industry over in I think in Wisconsin. I want to say it was in Wisconsin. I might be wrong, but he had signed with them and had got $1 million deal with him. And man, he was I'm talking about doing like he was doing music for he did for Bow Wow, for Juvenile, for this girl Snow the Product when she first came out. He did
Snow
stuff. He did work for a lot of folks. Man, had went to Texas with what's his name with Swisher House. And man, coming back, man, shoot, got killed in the car accident. Dude went to sleep at the wheel. He flew out the car and everything. Man. Like man, so that's what had got me. That's what made me put all my stuff down. Cause these cats, they got like soundproof booths and everything in their house built into their house. Like the stuff I'm talking about, the real shit up in their house. Like I had put all my stuff down. I was there to inspire them with my artwork and everything. So I mean, but yes, I mean that's basically the reason I just left music alone. Then my family, they laced with music because my family, they Adams and Franklins. I mean, we related to Aretha Franklin. And so I mean, I heard Aretha Franklin through my aunties and cousins all my life. So I mean. So all they do is sing and do music and stuff all day. So I mean,
so let me ask you this: what inspires you to do art?
To do art, I've been an artist all my life.
I'm talking about even when
I was little, I used to watch my mom draw and paint when I was about 5 years old.
Okay, so you just picked it up.
I used to be in kindergarten, man. My teacher was taking my artwork and set it on the wall aside from everybody else.
You killing
I was like, man, I just knew that's been my passion.
Is it like therapy? Is it like therapy for you?
It's definitely, man. It's what keep me sane, bro. Like I have to do it. Like it's what keep me. Like I would straight be losing my mind. I wouldn't if I couldn't like.
And people don't be understanding it. Like sometimes like your what you love to do, it keep you sane.
They don't understand that like it's not really that I want to do this, but I have to.
Like I'm like before we had got doing music, like he been a fan of my music like before, but I had stopped putting music out. But I was still recording, and I let him hear some she said, "You still?" I said, "Yeah, I still do it. I just don't release. I do it for therapy. You know what I'm saying?" Yeah. But when me and him got together, he started the motherfucking bangers. I said, "Man, this fool gotta hear this shit." Yeah. Not saying other shit wasn't banging. It was banging, but I always wanted to work with a producer like I'm working with him. Yeah. Like I never had a producer to just make beats for me.
Man, you see what I'm saying?
You see what I'm saying?
You see what it was? I knew I wasn't the only person who thought like this.
It's a difference. It's a difference. You hear some beats.
Like they put online Quavo featuring goddamn Kanye West type beat.
Like
I want a freak show type beat. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I want a goddamn Graham the Silk type beat. You know what I'm saying? I want you to like when you put your shit together, I want you to be thinking of me. You know what I'm saying? I want you to be thinking of my voice and what I can do. And I want that to influence what you put together. You know what I'm saying?
And that's a big part of the art form too, of making a beat. You know, once you laying them instruments together, and like I tell a lot of artists, when we making a beat, we have to, how you doing a picture, And when you drawing a picture, you can start adding too much.
Yeah.
And he be like, man, damn, I done fucked up my picture. And you done have to throw it away. Or you putting together an outfit. And you like, damn, should I put these shades on? I had it in the chain. They be like, you doing too much. So my whole point of saying it is when I make the beat, and when I'm listening to a beat, I'm painting a picture of it, but I need it's one instrument left, and it'll be your voice.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's how cold this shit is. That's how, you know what I'm saying, when you saying it really did real deal beat it, like me adding his voice as an instrument.
Yeah.
Cause there been time, you know, I'll be making a beat, I'll be like, man, Freekshow. Like, you gotta go on this beat, man. It fits you perfect.
Right.
And you know what I'm saying? You know, most artists, any artist that you meet, no matter what form of art it is, they be kind of stuck about their work. Like, man, I don't know, man. I want this type, I want that. But when they start trusting you, like, hey, man, I think this will be good for you. Then you know something. And he trusts me, man. Some of our best songs that we get, I been like, man, I think this beat right here.
And I heard it first, I was like, it's bumping, but I like, then I try to go away, come back to it, and I was like,
yeah.
That man called me one day, ain't gonna let it fuck me up, man. I was coming up with this hook. I had the tune. I said, man, I need a cold beat to this motherfucker. So I'm thinking like we gonna probably have to come up from scratch the motherfucker. Yeah. So that night we was just talking, man. We was just talking, man. We wasn't even talking about music. We was just talking. Man, I was full of that whiskey that night too. We just talking. He's like, yeah, man, you got so-and-so beat. I was like, nah. I checked my catalog and I ain't got that John. He's so finna send it to you, man. I really think you need to sit down, man. That's how you give me. Yeah. I really think you need to sit down, man, and go listen to it, man. I was like, alright, go on listen to it. That motherfucker, out here, it was raining. He sent it to me. I like to go, when I hear my beats, I like to go in the car and just blast it, because I want to hear that thump, you know, get my vibe. I cut that motherfucker, no, come on, I said. I said, man, that man, Jesus, man, that man, no, you know, like I just had made this hook, and the melody that I had, and he didn't know I had, I ain't telling him. And when I was like in the studio, how I record, I might do a few bars and say, I like, like Trey, how it sound? He said, you know, it's simple now, but I know how you gonna stack it up.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm listening to it now. Like, man, I talk like that, man.
And I do that, like, the way I record, it's like, I don't like to, I might start here, so, but when the finished product, so when I look over there and I'm almost through, if I see him, he and that motherfucker doing that,
it's the instrument I need to finish it.
Real shit.
That was the last instrument I needed. That's how that shit come together.
We into our last segment, the Red Room. Get the Red Room started. So, let them know about the song that you finna perform and everything.
Okay. Hey, man, this your motherfucking dog, Freekshow, man. It's gonna be one of my newest singles. It ain't even dropped yet, but you know what I'm saying? We wanna get a privilege to know, let y'all go and hear this shit. It's called Pay My Dues. Produced by the super producer, Track Jumper. You know what I'm saying, man? I poured my soul in this joint. This one of these records.
I'm at your head when it's about that bread, cause I gotta get it in this real shit. Keep problems to yourself, cause I got problems on my own. And what you niggas on, I ain't got time to deal with. You can vision my pain when you look in my eyes. Yeah, coming from the jungle, North Memphis, my tribe. Yeah. You going live in the trap, nigga, using the foreman. And I'm quick to smack a bitch, nigga, with no warnings. When you're going from the gusto, man, you gotta have big nuts, bro. Ooh, they got me stuck in flush mode, sitting on it with no toilet bowl. Ooh, yeah. Like a bad bladder, yeah, I know I got them pissed off. Yeah. And I'm so fly, man, you know I'm about to lift off. Ooh, yeah. You know what it is? I fuck what it was. Cause I didn't have a whole lot of downtime. But I'm up now, don't give two fucks now. You gon' make me dive in your shit. Cause I done been lied on, I put my side on. I didn't pay my dues in these streets. This shit is for real. You know what it is. You gon' make me dive in your shit. I'm shining like a Saint lights. I'm on an Al Pacino flight. I'm out of sight, I'm out of mind. And you need to stay up out of mine. While you nigga watching views, I'm clocking in, clocking bags. I know you niggas full of shit, cause you kiss a lot of ass. Y'all just talking jibber jabber. I'm signing chicks, scribble scrabble. I'm smooth like Eddie Winslow. Off the top, family matters. When you hear that rattle-tattle, it's over when you hear the boom. Man, these niggas get the shaking. When the king in, when you going from the gusto, man, you gotta have big nuts, bro. Ooh, they got me stuck in flush mode, sitting on it with no toilet bowl. Ooh, yeah. Like a bad bladder, yeah, I know I got them pissed off. And I'm so fly, man, you know I'm about to lift off. Ooh, yeah. You know what it is? I fuck what it was. Cause I didn't have a whole lot of downtime. But I'm up now, don't give two fucks now. You gon' make me dive in your shit, cause I done been lied on, I put my side on, I done pay my dues in these streets. This shit is for real, you know what it is. You gon' make me dive. Sit your ass down, let me pop my shit. Hold me in this feeling cause I knocked this bitch. Yeah, I got game, it's for goddamn sale. Yeah, I got a bag, catch you goddamn tail. Yeah, I'm up, I'm a big star. I ain't coming down. And I be cutting up like a motherfucker. I don't fuck around. Every time I smile, yeah, it's Colgate. I want a fucking partner, I don't want no soulmate. I need some fresh air, so I took the doors off. And before you jump your ass in, take your clothes off. Oh yeah, baby, you can miss me with that trick shit. Hate them skinny hoes, yeah, I keep a pretty big bitch. Took her to the beach, whoa, show them sexy stretch marks. Killing from the back, oh man, that's the best part. Yeah. And the rest a nigga, but I'm heavy though. I ain't with the games, I don't play the radio. Still in the streets, like a stray dog. I'm the type of nigga make a nigga bitch AWOL. Oh yeah, sit your ass down, let me pop my shit. Hold me in this feeling cause I knocked this bitch. Yeah, I got game, it's for goddamn sale. Yeah, I got a bag, catch you goddamn tail. Yeah, I'm up, I'm a big star. I ain't coming down. And I be cutting up like a motherfucker. I don't fuck around. Oh yeah, oh man, ooh shit. My hoes too thick, my bros too lit. Don't make us tie this motherfucker up. Oh yeah, feel like number one till like Zion. I'm the one your hoe she keep her eyes on. Come here, baby. Foo-foo ass nigga wearing rhinestones. Black as Danny Glover, but I still get my shine on. Oh yeah, on my level when I do the two-step. I'm a fucking player, I'm the North Memphis Hugh Hill. 40 so big that I wear two belts. Don't make me tie this motherfucker up. Oh yeah, sit your ass down, let me pop my shit. Hold me in this feeling cause I knocked this bitch. Yeah, I got game, it's for goddamn sale. Yeah, I got a bag, catch you goddamn tail. Yeah, I'm up.